Welcome to Embark True North. Please subscribe for more content like this. Today, we are diving into one of the most intriguing and enigmatic texts of early Christianity, the Lost Gospel of Thomas. This ancient manuscript, discovered in the sands of Egypt, offers a unique and profound glimpse into the teachings of Jesus, distinct from the narratives found in the canonical Gospels. The Gospel of Thomas is a collection of 114 sayings attributed to Jesus. Unlike the synoptic Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke, which provide a narrative account of Jesus' life, death, and resurrection, Thomas is composed solely of sayings, many of which are cryptic and mystical. Some scholars believe these sayings may offer a more direct connection to the historical Jesus, preserving his words in a form closer to how they might have been originally spoken. The discovery of the Gospel of Thomas is a fascinating story in itself. In 1945, a group of Egyptian farmers near the town of Nag Hammadi unearthed a collection of ancient texts, hidden away in a jar. Among these texts was the Gospel of Thomas, written in Coptic, an ancient Egyptian language. This find, known as the Nag Hammadi Library, has provided invaluable insights into early Christian thought and practice, revealing a diversity of beliefs that existed in the first few centuries after Jesus. The Gospel of Thomas opens with a prologue that sets the stage for the sayings that follow. It states, "These are the secret sayings which the living Jesus spoke and which Didymos Judas Thomas wrote down." The use of secret sayings immediately suggests that this gospel was intended for those seeking deeper, esoteric knowledge. The figure of Thomas, also known as Didymos Judas Thomas, is traditionally identified with the Apostle Thomas, often referred to as Doubting Thomas, in the New Testament. One of the most striking aspects of the Gospel of Thomas is its emphasis on direct, personal experience of the divine. Rather than focusing on faith in Jesus as the Son of God, the sayings in Thomas often encourage self-discovery and the realization of one's own divine nature. This has led some scholars to classify it as a Gnostic text, although this classification is debated. For instance, one of the sayings attributed to Jesus in Thomas reads, "If you bring forth what is within you, what you have will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not have will destroy you." This saying emphasizes the importance of inner knowledge and self-realization, themes that resonate strongly with Gnostic thought, which teaches that salvation comes through gnosis, or knowledge of the divine within. The Gospel of Thomas also includes many sayings that parallel those found in the canonical Gospels, often with subtle but significant differences. For example, in Thomas, Jesus says, "The kingdom of God is inside you, and it is outside you. When you come to know yourselves, then you will be known, and you will realize that you are the children of the living Father." This echoes the theme of the kingdom of God found in the Synoptic Gospels, but with a distinctive emphasis on inner knowledge and self-awareness. Another fascinating saying in Thomas is, "Split a piece of wood. I am there. Lift up the stone, and you will find me there." This suggests a mystical understanding of Jesus' presence, indicating that the divine can be found in the most ordinary and everyday things, a perspective that differs from the more transcendent view of God in traditional Christianity. The Gospel of Thomas also contains sayings that are more challenging and enigmatic. One such saying is, Jesus said, "I have cast fire upon the world, and see, I am guarding it until it blazes." The imagery of fire here can be interpreted in various ways, possibly symbolizing the transformative power of Jesus' teachings or the coming of a new era of spiritual enlightenment. The reception of the Gospel of Thomas has been varied throughout history. In early Christianity, it was likely valued by certain groups for its esoteric teachings, but it was eventually excluded from the canon of the New Testament, possibly because its teachings diverged from the developing Orthodox Christian doctrine. The Church Fathers, such as Irenaeus and Hippolytus, mentioned texts like Thomas in their writings, often in the context of refuting what they saw as heretical teachings. In modern times, the discovery of the Gospel of Thomas has sparked renewed interest and debate among scholars and spiritual seekers alike. Some view it as a valuable window into the diversity of early Christian thought, while others see it as a testament to the rich spiritual traditions that were eventually sidelined by the dominant orthodoxy. The Gospel of Thomas raises important questions about the nature of Jesus' teachings and the development of early Christianity. How did different groups interpret and understand Jesus' message? What does the emphasis on inner knowledge and self-realization in Thomas tell us about the spiritual landscape of the time? And how might these ancient teachings resonate with contemporary spiritual seekers? One of the key themes in the Gospel of Thomas is the idea of seeking and finding. Jesus often encourages his followers to search diligently and promises that those who seek will find. For instance, he says, "Let him who seeks continue seeking until he finds. When he finds, he will become troubled. When he becomes troubled, he will be astonished, and he will rule over the all." This saying suggests a process of spiritual questing that leads to deeper understanding and ultimately, to a transformative realization. The emphasis on seeking and personal discovery in Thomas aligns with the broader Gnostic tradition, which values direct, personal experience of the divine over mediated, institutionalized religion. This perspective challenges the more hierarchical and doctrinal approach of Orthodox Christianity, offering a more individualistic and mystical path to spiritual fulfillment. The Gospel of Thomas also presents a distinctive view of Jesus' role and identity. Rather than emphasizing his divinity and role as the Son of God, many sayings in Thomas portray Jesus as a wise teacher who imparts secret knowledge to those who are ready to receive it. This portrayal resonates with the figure of the Gnostic revealer, a teacher who guides others to discover the divine within themselves. For example, in one saying, Jesus tells his disciples, "When you make the two one, and when you make the inside like the outside and the outside like the inside, and the above like the below, and when you make the male and the female one and the same, so that the male not be male nor the female female, and when you fashion eyes in the place of an eye, and a hand in place of a hand, and a foot in place of a foot, and a likeness in place of a likeness, then you will enter the kingdom." This saying is rich with symbolic language, suggesting a profound transformation of the self and the overcoming of dualities. Another intriguing aspect of the Gospel of Thomas is its portrayal of the disciples' relationship with Jesus. In the canonical Gospels, the disciples often appear as followers who struggle to understand Jesus' teachings. In Thomas, however, the emphasis is on the disciples' potential to achieve the same understanding and enlightenment as Jesus himself. This is evident in sayings like, "He who will drink from my mouth will become like me. I myself shall become he, and the things that are hidden will be revealed to him." This theme of the disciples' potential for enlightenment reflects the broader Gnostic belief in the possibility of achieving gnosis, or knowledge of the divine, through personal effort and insight. It suggests a more egalitarian spiritual vision, where all individuals have the potential to attain the same level of understanding and union with the divine as Jesus. The Gospel of Thomas also includes sayings that emphasize the importance of interpreting Jesus' words correctly. For example, Jesus says, "The words I have spoken to you are spirit and they are life. But there are some of you who do not believe." This saying highlights the idea that Jesus' teachings contain a deeper, spiritual meaning that requires insight and understanding to fully grasp. In this context, the Gospel of Thomas can be seen as a guide for those who seek to understand the hidden, spiritual meaning of Jesus' teachings. It challenges readers to look beyond the surface of the words and to seek the deeper truth within. The Gospel of Thomas has had a significant impact on modern spiritual thought and practice. Many contemporary spiritual seekers are drawn to its emphasis on personal discovery and inner knowledge, finding in its teachings a resonant and inspiring path to spiritual fulfillment. Its sayings have been the subject of numerous interpretations and commentaries, reflecting the diverse ways in which this ancient text continues to inspire and challenge readers today. The Gospel of Thomas invites us to explore the deeper dimensions of Jesus' teachings and to seek our own path to spiritual enlightenment. It challenges us to look within ourselves and to discover the divine presence that resides in all things. In this way, the Gospel of Thomas offers a timeless and transformative message, one that continues to speak to the hearts and minds of those who seek the truth. As we delve deeper into the sayings of the Gospel of Thomas, we encounter a rich tapestry of spiritual wisdom and insight. Each saying offers a unique perspective on the nature of reality, the self, and the divine, inviting us to reflect on our own understanding and experience of these profound truths. For example, consider the saying, Jesus said, "If those who lead you say to you, 'See, the kingdom is in the sky,' then the birds of the sky will precede you. If they say to you, 'It is in the sea,' then the fish will precede you. Rather, the kingdom is inside of you, and it is outside of you. When you come to know yourselves, then you will become known, and you will realize that it is you who are the sons of the living Father." This saying challenges us to look beyond external authorities and doctrines, and to seek the truth within ourselves. It reminds us that the kingdom of God is not a distant, external reality, but a present and inner truth that we can discover through self-knowledge and spiritual insight. Another profound saying in Thomas is, Jesus said, "Recognize what is in your sight, and that which is hidden from you will become plain to you. For there is nothing hidden which will not become manifest. This saying encourages us to pay attention to the world around us and to recognize the divine presence in all things. It suggests that by truly seeing and understanding the world, we can uncover the hidden truths that lie beneath the surface. The Gospel of Thomas also addresses the nature of spiritual growth and transformation. In one saying, Jesus compares the kingdom of God to a mustard seed, which, although small, grows into a large tree. This imagery of growth and transformation reflects the idea that spiritual development is a process that begins with small, seemingly insignificant steps, but ultimately leads to profound and expansive change. The sayings of the Gospel of Thomas are often cryptic and open to multiple interpretations. This ambiguity invites readers to engage deeply with the text, to reflect on its meanings, and to seek their own understanding. In this way, the Gospel of Thomas serves as a catalyst for personal exploration and spiritual discovery. The Lost Gospel of Thomas is not just an ancient text. It is a living document that continues to inspire and challenge readers today. Its teachings encourage us to look within ourselves, to seek the truth, and to discover the divine presence in all things. Whether we view it as a historical artifact, a spiritual guide, or a source of mystical wisdom, the Gospel of Thomas offers a rich and transformative path to understanding the teachings of Jesus and the nature of the divine. As we conclude this exploration of the Lost Gospel of Thomas, we are left with a deeper appreciation for the diversity and richness of early Christian thought. The Gospel of Thomas reminds us that the teachings of Jesus were not a monolithic doctrine, but a vibrant and dynamic tradition, open to interpretation and discovery. It invites us to embark on our own spiritual journey, to seek the truth within ourselves, and to discover the divine presence that resides in all things. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Lost Gospel of Thomas. We hope you have found it as enlightening and inspiring as we have. Please subscribe to Embark True North for more content like this, and continue to explore the rich and diverse traditions of spiritual wisdom that the world has to offer. Until next time, may your journey be filled with discovery and light.